just landed in San Francisco, got our feet on the ground, and now it's time to put eyes on my first supercar. I love this car. We got suspension, tire pressure, this EPC light came on, and the check engine light as well as the gas light. It is 4:40 in the morning, and this is one of the most exciting days of my life. Oh, shit. Bye, Tina. Bye, YouTube girlfriend.
Hi there.
I love
you.
you.
Go get your car.
I'll see you in like 10 hours. All right, thanks for the ride, Uber. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. My flight is the only one that's delayed, and I'm on a tight schedule because I have to drive this car back 9 hours. Oh. Okay, real talk. Don't you just hate it when you get to the airport and then your flight is delayed? And I'm not talking delayed like you're gonna get to your vacation late, but instead it's delayed and you're picking up your very first supercar ever. Like, the anticipation has been killing me for like the last few days, and here I am only an hour or so away from meeting my first supercar, and something that me and the whole team have been working so hard on for the past 5 years to be able to hit this point and introduce a supercar to the channel as well. And I'm just sitting here listening to this. But honestly, it's not all bad. I get to reflect a little bit on the past 5 years and really just from childhood wanting to finally own a supercar. And so I'm super excited to bring you guys along and ride shotgun as we pick up my very first supercar that we're going to be making a ton of content on for the channel. And you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned because I have a surprise once we fire it up for the first time that I don't know if you guys are gonna believe or not, but it is 100% true. So I hope that you haven't clicked forward yet to see what car it is, but if you have, well, let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, because I can't tell you how excited I am to finally see this thing for the first time. So buckle up and let's go. We're on our way, finally. We're only like 3 hours delayed, but it's gonna be well worth it. I guess it's better late than never, huh? We just landed in San Francisco, got our feet on the ground, and now it's time to put eyes on my first supercar. You guys, in front of me is the first supercar that I've ever bought. It is a dream come true, and I am in utter shock. But before I show you guys this, give me like 20 seconds, because when I first bought a BMW 3 Series for less than 10 grand just 24 months ago, I was planning on buying a supercar. And the way that I did that was leveraging financing, understanding how to negotiate like a pro, and have an ideal ownership experience idea from before I even buy the car by watching market trends. And so if that sounds like something that you wanna do, go from a $10,000 BMW all the way up to a supercar and then more supercars. I call it the Ideal Car Strategies, and you can go check out my free webinar and see if it's something for you by clicking up here, where I talk about my 7 secrets to drive your dream car and make money. So without further ado, here is my first supercar. That sounds so good. One of the best sounding V8s ever. No way, that is mine. No way, that is mine. Oh my God. This is so much awesomeness. Definitely an ideal car. God, dude. Are you kidding? Oh, that's a party trick, that's for sure. Yeah, so this is Jason. He's the one that built this thing over the past 4 years as a labor of love. And I am now the new custodian of this Ideal Audi R8. I mean, I literally, there's not another one on the planet that looks like this. And so, dude, thank you so much, man, for building this thing and passing it on to someone else that's gonna enjoy it thoroughly. And
you got to take good care of my baby. This was not an easy thing to get done, man. We'll tell the story later, but
can you tell us a little bit about the car while I'm here, and then we need to jump on a FaceTime.
So I bought the car about maybe 4 years ago, something like that, and it spent the better part of 3 years just being built.
Wow.
So what the kit is this is a prior design GT850.
Okay.
Don't see very many. I think there's only 3 of them in the United States, and as far as I know, there's maybe a dozen of them in existence. Mostly because the fitment is not very good on these things, so it takes a lot of love to get it to look the way it does.
Wow.
So typically there's it's a quad exhaust because we got the V8, right?
Yeah.
So what I had the guy who's doing all the fiberglass work do is I had him change it out to be a single exit exhaust. I think it looks better.
It does look awesome,
kind of over the whole quad exhaust thing on the V8, so I thought that would look kind of cool to do that. So that's that part. Now typically right here there's a whole bunch of slits, kind of this weird goofy looking fake Pep Boys looking grill thing that I thought looked kind of janky. So
yeah.
So that's what was modified with this. And the other thing that was modified
Look
is
at this front end.
there's supposed to be a rain tray underneath here, but the problem is it's sort of cannibalizing the space that's already taken up by the air compressor that's in the front.
Wait, there's an air compressor in here?
Yeah, for the air system, for the air ride.
Where is it?
It's in the front.
Dude, I want to see this thing.
This is pretty cool.
Look how big this hood is, too.
Yeah, that was a
kidding?
tough thing with wrapping. The R8 hood's already wider than most, but
no way. Wow, what a clean install,
that's
man.
the Endo CVT. So with this, everything, all of the components for the air ride are all in here. So you don't have to have a whole setup with your manifold and the compressor and everything outside. It's all within the body of the compressor tank.
Okay, so obviously this guy is an artist and he built something that is pretty much carved out of marble that Michelangelo would be proud of. Dude, seriously, man. I mean, you have made my life, honestly. This is like a childhood dream. And what's so cool is when I bought the car, he was telling me that he actually bought this car back east, and when he finally got it, he was like, I'm always gonna own an Audi R8. And he bought it, and on the ride home, it might have been a wet ride home, or like a little bit of tears, which I'm starting to feel a lot of emotion. Like I can't explain it right now. So with that said, I want to show you guys the best part about this car. I mean, everything's beautiful, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is a manual gated shifter. And so I think this gentleman deserves putting on the first Ideal sticker on the Ideal R8. So where would you like to stick this sucker?
I'm thinking let's do driver's side quarter window. I think that'd be about right.
I'm in. I think that will look fast.
I mean, I'm thinking that we're at about 450 right now. So let's try to get it to 455.
There we go. 5 horsepower, baby.
So that's why you should be purchasing.
Oh, look at that.
You should be purchasing the Ideal stickers because, I mean, that's 5 right there.
Oh, dude, stop it. Stop it. Okay, well, now that looks ideal. All right, guys, it's time to hit the road in my first supercar, which is gonna be an incredible drive, and I can't wait to bring you guys along. But what's so crazy about this, and what I told you earlier at the airport to stick around for, is the fact that I've never actually driven a supercar ever. When I was a little kid, I always said that the first supercar that I was gonna drive was gonna be the one that I bought. And I've turned down numerous opportunities to drive Ferraris, Lambos, McLarens, and I've turned it down every single time because I wanted this to be so special. And I mean, I couldn't pick a better car to be my first supercar popping cherry, if that's even a thing. So I'm gonna fire it up, air it up, and then we're gonna hit the road back to Oregon. Let's go. Now, you guys just saw that I bought my Ideal supercar, which is an Audi. And Audis are known for making their dashes look like Christmas lights every once in a while. Yeah, they like to throw a lot of lights and a lot of codes, and that's where today's sponsor, Fixed, comes into play. Because anytime that scary little check engine light comes on the dash, all you gotta do is plug in this OBD2 module, and via Bluetooth, it'll magically show you everything that's wrong with your vehicle. And seriously guys, if you're anything like me, you hate driving around with a check engine light, so this just gives me the peace of mind knowing what's wrong with my vehicle, and then I'm able to look up how much it's gonna cost. And lucky for you and me, Fixed modules are less than 20 bucks. So snag one for you, and they make great presents, so snag one for your friend. Link is in the description, and I promise you it's the best 20 bucks you've ever spent. Thanks for supporting the sponsors that support us, and back to my ideal first supercar, a wide body Audi R8. Oh, San Francisco traffic. I am in disbelief. I am driving this north through San Francisco right now, and it's my car. God, like I'm speechless. I have so much emotion, and yet finding the right words is tough because it's been a childhood dream, like I said, and I now am driving it north, and it's crazy. It drives like a normal car. It actually doesn't drive that much different than even, like I had a B5 S4 for a little bit, and yes, it is definitely much more planted. The steering's better, but it doesn't drive super exotic. If you wanted to daily drive this, which why wouldn't I? You definitely could. And so I probably will. But first impressions, this gated shifter. Yeah, I'm in love. Absolutely in love. And the amount of looks that this thing's been getting so far is definitely unreal. It's definitely ideal. But overall, working with Jason and buying this car was really easy. You know, he worked through some stuff with me and worked on the price. I used some of those negotiation tactics in the Ideal Car strategies, and that really helped. So, you know, I got this car at a great deal, and I mean, to experience a wide body R8 as a first supercar is beyond words cool. So we're gonna sit in traffic in this thing and do exactly what it wasn't built to do, and maybe I should air out on the fruit. No, I'm just kidding. Then once we hit some better roads, we'll actually open it up a little bit. Exciting. I didn't really think this was an Audi for a second because there was no lights on the dash flashing, but now not only do we have TPMS, but now it just yelled at me and it said, "Add 1 quart of oil, please!" Exclamation point. So we're in the middle of nowhere. We just got out of all that traffic. This is gonna be fun because I'm gonna have to go ask some farmers or something for some oil. This is about to get pretty interesting. So, a quick Google search shows that I'm at least 100 miles away from any auto parts store. I'm about 150 miles till I'm done with this gas in here, so I'm gonna try to burn it up as quick as possible and hit the next gas station so that maybe they have something that will go in this. The problem is it's a high performance engine, so you can't put low performance oil into it. I mean, you could, but of course, you know, I buy my first supercar and the very first thing within the first 50 miles is the oil light comes on. It's a beautiful day. Couldn't be better. But how about this gated shifter though? Did I just do that right? That's the first time I've ever aired down, and that worked, I think. Looks low. So, I gotta get gas, I gotta get oil, hopefully. I gotta figure out how to open up this rear deck lid, and it's gonna be interesting. So, while I'm in here, I think first priority, not the oil, it's me. I need some oil. I need some Red Bull, some sugar, and a couple of goodies, and their oil selection here is beyond dismal. There it is, a bunch of high quality premium oil for your first supercar. The R8 takes 5W30, so I'm gonna put probably half a quart in here, even though it said a full quart, because when I get home I'll then get an oil change and a bunch of other stuff done to it. So I think this is it. Oh look, it's all blue, my favorite color. Now one car definitely does not look like the rest, and I'll give you a guess. Now to access the rear hatch on the R8, what you do is you actually go behind here by the seatbelt, give that a little pull, and then you use this coat hanger to, oh, I thought I was there. Maybe I don't know how to do it. So the reason the engine cover wouldn't open is because you have to have the key in the ignition for this guy to open up. So it's locked. Oh my, look at this jewelry for men, you guys. Those air intakes, big old V8, 4.2 liter, 420 horsepower. And we gotta find the place to put oleo. Oh, that was easy. Anybody down there? Okay, hopefully that does away with that oil light. I don't see it so far. It's still an Audi for sure. It's got a Christmas light dash, but I don't see it. Let's go. So since that light isn't on anymore, let's give her a little rip, huh? Woo-hoo! Oh my God. Oh, that sounds so freaking good. I love this car. Oh my God, that gated shifter. Yes, 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 yes. This thing is so sick. Oh my God, I love it, I love it, I love it. So for about the past 30 or so minutes, I've just been driving this thing, minding my own business, and I've had the biggest smile on my face. I have been so happy with this car. I didn't know what I was getting into when I first hopped on that flight this morning, but I am so glad. I was anxious, I was kind of nervous, I didn't feel great, but all the emotions are definitely hitting me now. I made the right decision. This is the perfect first supercar. It sounds great, it looks great. It's because it's ideal. But there's always a but for a driver's seat. Well, I'm finding more and more things that I didn't know were really, things with this car. And this one kind of sucks for this road trip because this guy doesn't work. So, yeah, no radio, no nothing. And not that I can't listen to that big old V8 just purr in the background, but you know, I mean, I can't for 8 hours straight. So luckily I have AirPods, and I'm gonna throw on a Rogan podcast, I think, and try to find some food. It's 3:40 and I have not eaten yet today. I'm not that hungry, but I know I should eat. So let's find some food, you guys. Oh my God. All right. Where do you think we are? Where do you think we are? Well, I just hit my head. Supercars are low. But yeah, we're at In-N-Out, because is a trip to California really a trip to California without going to the one and only In-N-Out, which is probably the best burger in California? I was gonna say in the US, but Dick's in Seattle's better. You know how it is. Sometimes you don't want to sit inside, so you just use your, what is this, a coat hanger? It's a table. And, today, this car so far has been so incredible, and I have been blown away by, it's a wide body on air, and yet it handles like a true supercar. I've gotten so many thumbs up, so many looks. It's not the best day of my life. Getting engaged to YouTube girlfriend was definitely the best day of my life. We should probably cut that out. But this is every part of what I wanted it to be. It is. And I don't know. It's just so crazy to me that, you know, all this hard work, building the strategies, you can go from something like this little Miata, and ultimately leverage financing, negotiate, learn all these life skills to end up in something like this. And both of these are a hoot to drive. and you get to experience so many different cars by leveling up. So I'm just so proud that I've been able to prove out that the strategies work, and it's a dream come true. So I got some food to eat. A little burger here. Oh man, I hate it when that happens, when the fries fall in the bag. And gonna eat for a quick like 10 seconds and then hit the road because I still got another 5 hours. But it's been fun for the last 3. It's gonna be even more fun for the next 5. So, my initial impressions, now that I've driven the car for a few hundred miles, I feel like I should document at least what I think right now. And it may be the honeymoon period, or it may just be that good of a car, but this is the best car I have ever driven. It's the nicest car I've ever driven. And does that mean that I don't love my 911 anymore? No, I still love it, and I may love it more than this, but I'm just documenting my first impressions with this car, my authentic feelings for it, because this drive back so far has been hands down the best experience as far as driving, and a couple of reasons for that. First, the steering wheel off center, it's really heavy, but it's super precise, even with the airbags and the wide fenders. I mean, look at how wide this thing is. It still handles like a supercar, and it just sticks to the road with the confidence-inspiring Quattro all-wheel drive. And I love how Audis drive. Some say it's a little muted, and yes, it is. It's not as much feedback, obviously, as the Porsche 911, but it's still fantastic. The other thing is, are you kidding me? Will never get old. You would think that gated manual transmissions were reserved for the Italians, and really they were. And then when Audi came out with this in 2008, they blew everybody away. That for about $115,000, you could get a mid-engine 6-speed manual transmission supercar that's gated. And don't even get me started on having a mid-engine car. I never have, and it is the best driving experience. I mean, yes, I am the first to say that a Porsche with the 911 behind the rear axles is amazing, and it is. But this, if you want to be fast, there's nothing like having the engine in the middle. That being said, safety first, always safety first. So, you have a mid-engine car, it's part of the cockpit, the cabin. You want to be safe. You want to carry one of these. Plus, I mean, I'm so hot, you know, this will come in handy more than just if there's a fire. But overall, this car, Audi did something really special, and it's gonna be the first of many supercars that I own from Audi and other brands, because I've been blown away by this experience, and having my first supercar now really feels like a dream. I mean, this drive today I've been imagining for 30 plus years, and here we are doing it. And all the hard work and all the people that believed in me, believed in us, and didn't believe in us, those were the people that gave me even more ammo, more fire to keep going. Because I've been a full-time YouTuber since day one, and it's hard, it's lonely a lot of the times. And I think that no matter what you do, if you set out to do something that's extravagant, a lot of people, they don't believe in you because they don't understand. And I don't want to get too emotional, but this has just been a huge dream of mine. And if you haven't watched the other video where I talk about why I hadn't bought a supercar yet, definitely go check that out, because you'll learn what it actually takes to make something successful. And realistically, it's grind, it's hard work, it's grit. And that doesn't matter if it's with your studies for school, or even if you're trying to date someone out of your league, like YouTube girlfriend. You gotta give it so much more than anybody else would. And even then, sometimes it's not enough. And there were times that I thought that this YouTube channel wasn't gonna make it, but I never gave up, never. I never lost hope. And I think that that's what this first supercar symbolizes, is it's this huge chapter. Yeah, I think while I've been driving by myself with no radio and really no reception for anything, I came up with a name for him. His name is Girth Brooks. What do you think? Girth Brooks? G Baby Brooks? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I need fuel in a little bit, and then it is home sweet home. Holy crap, what a day. 4 a.m., 9 p.m., nonstop, and it's home. Now, it was a little sketch there for the last like 30 or so minutes because I definitely got some guts on the windshield in here and some little mosquitoes and stuff. So I tried to clean off the windshield and what the heck? There's no windshield wipers, like literally none. That must be a California thing. But I just got home, and I'm gonna ask the girl if she wants to go out on a date with me with the new Ideal Supercar. I'm gonna ask her one question, and she's gotta get it right. Otherwise, no food for me or her. I just heard something. Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so I've been thinking, because I've had a lot of time to think, and everybody says this is backwards, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But if I were to take this picture right here as my Bumble profile picture way back in the day, would you have swiped right?
Yeah.
Would it be because of me or the car?
I gotta go do something else.
Don't even answer that. All right, well, she answered right, so dinner is on me tonight. So yeah, we'll get an impression video next time, but what do you think so far? The first Ideal Supercar.
I'll let you make up for it. You can get the door for me this time too.
You got it. What do you think of the Supercar?
How do you drive it with it sitting so low?
Yeah, I'll teach you all my tricks. I don't know. It's an overweight load, but.
I mean, you said you had errands to run today. I didn't know you were gonna come home with this.
Well, you did take me to the airport, so. Yeah. All right. Pretty low.
Oh my God.